So welcome back once again, folks. We're good today. We're going to do that oil change on that that Triumph 900. Just have a look at the tools that we're going to be using. So these are the tools that I'm going to be using. I've got my adjustable ratchet on that. It's got a T10 on the end, or I can use I think it's a T50 multi-spline on that one. I think it might be Torx bit. Obviously we've got a filter, we've got a sump plug washer, and we've got the laser oil filter wrench, so we know this one's going to fit directly on the filter without a problem. So we'll move down onto the bike. So the bike's already a little bit warm, so I'll have to watch myself with the exhaust. I've got my bowl there from inside. Clean that out. We'll be checking for any bits in that. So that's going to go obviously under the engine. So the sump plug is located there. You can just about see it sticking out, and obviously you've got your oil filter here. Now we're hoping that the sump plug will come out quite easily. Oh, a little bit tight, you could hear that snap, and obviously as we take that out we'll need to put the bowl underneath. Taking off the filter again, because we bought the correct tool, that should be fairly easy, because this shouldn't be, no, it's not very tight, and obviously we need to make sure that we can get that fluid out cleanly, and we're going to put that into our bowl. So we're going to need to take that off. If it'll come off. There we go. So we'll stick that underneath. Then obviously we'll take off that plug. So like I said, the engines are a little bit warm. And there we go. So we've got the plug out there. You can probably just about see in there, and the crush washer. So we're just letting the oil run out. And while we're waiting for that to drain, what I'll do is I'll just get my hand in here and take out the filter. Obviously we're going to lose some more oil, so a little bit messy. There we go, that's the filter off. So we'll let that drain for probably about 20 minutes, and then I'll bring it back and we'll refit everything. Possibly you can see that we have the bike on the main stand, and if we take a look under there, the oil is completely drained out. So we're now ready to refill. So we'll take the old stuff out of the way. And give it all a clean, so we can see where we are, what we're doing. It all looks clean there. So the first thing we're going to be doing obviously is putting back the drain plug with that new washer on it. There we go. Putting that back in there. There will be a torque setting for it, but I'm just putting it in for now. So the next thing obviously is that filter. So I've chosen to put some oil in the filter, and I've smeared around the edge on that seal so that it won't tear. So putting this back in should be fairly straightforward. Just locating it on that outlet. There we go. And obviously you don't want to use that tool to tighten it up. It should just be finger tight so that you can still get it off next time. I've just got it finger tight, so I'm quite happy with that. Just clean it all off, just make sure there's if we're checking underneath afterwards for any leakage, at least we're starting with a clean engine. So that's that bit done. That's nice and tight. So that's the plug-in, that's it. Next thing is to fill up the oil. So the oil I'm using is what's recommended in the manual. So we've gone for 1040. In the UK we don't get very high temperatures, but obviously we do occasionally in the summer. So that's going in next. So we've got a full bottle here. What we'll do is just put the funnel on there, so it's nice and easy to get to, and we'll take a pour. Should be nice and easy, this. Some say liquid gold. So to check the oil level, we've got a sight window on the side of the case with a mark at either side. So we put some in, but yet it's got to reach the halfway mark. So we need a little bit more in to top it up. So one thing to note on the side of the bottles, I mean this is now a 4 litre rather than a 5, you've got marks on the side. This will give you in litres and in quarts, so for our American viewers. If we just take another look at the... So if we just take another look at the window, you can probably just about see there, it's reaching that mark where it's saying it's almost full. So I think we'll round it off at that for a refill. So all in all, to do the oil filter and change the oil is roughly about £70 in UK money, and that is including the tool that we had to buy to take off the oil filter. So the dealer was quoting me about £230 for that service. Obviously I would have got a stamp in the service book for that, I should hope so, but I've just saved myself quite a bit of money there by doing it myself. Also I've learnt that if I've got other problems with the bike, maybe there's something else that I can use. So I've got that filter wrench in stock now for possibly the next change on this bike, or maybe an oil change on someone else's bike. I'm always happy to help. So that about rolls it off for today, guys. So if you want to see any more, then obviously give us that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you wish, but we'll see you next time. Bye for now.